Hi everybody, this is Dara, and today I want to share with you a mainstay in my raw food diet, and I really call it my one true thing. It's my one true thing because it's the thing that I can always take with me in a mason jar to go. I can have it at home and be completely satisfied. I could eat this every day, and my one true thing is a green soup. So this green soup is made up of, everything's going to be made in the blender. The base is purified water. I just put 3 cups of water in here. If we need more, I'll let you know as we go. So I'm going to use kale, a whole bunch of kale. You'll see as I go, if I don't put the whole thing in, you'll know. We have spinach, organic spinach. I have organic cilantro, dill. The mung beans I'm going to use for garnish on top. We're going to use lemon, peeled lemon, and parsley. I'll use a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to make it mostly Ninja. It's going to be very, very light. I use garlic powder. Now, you can use fresh garlic if you want, but garlic powder will give it kind of like a cooked flavor. So a lot of times I will use garlic powder. I'm going to use a little bit of cayenne for kick, a little bit of pink Himalayan salt, and on the very top I will sprinkle nutritional yeast before I put the mung beans on to plate it. And don't forget, last but not least, we have the celery. So I put water in first, and I'm just going to go ahead and put in bits of, sometimes it's a good idea to cut the celery in half, make it easier on the machine. Now, I can use a lot more than this, but you start with a little bit and then you keep adding. I'm using half a bunch of each of these items, and we'll see as we go. So it's really, I think everybody's asking me, what do I do? How do I stay raw? And I have to say that this green soup is a really, really good way. It's just creamy. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to add avocado. They're not here on the table, which is a good thing because the avocado has to be added very, very last, after the salt, after the oil, because if I add avocado now, it'll end up being like a frothy, whipped mousse soup, and you really want it creamy. So at the very, very end, you add the ripe avocado. So don't let me forget that. So we're also probably going to need the plunger, which is over here. And there we go. Ready, set, go. More ingredients, your other ingredients. So I'll add a lemon. I peel the lemon, and I like to cut it in quarters just to make it easier. You could throw the whole thing in. I've seen these Vitamixes puree an avocado pit. So we have that. I don't think I added the dill. I'll add some dill, and I will add the spices and everything, and then I'm gonna scoot over there and get an avocado. So I'm gonna use about a half a teaspoon of salt. I'll put a half a teaspoon of garlic, and if I adjust, I'll just let you know as I go. And the cayenne I like to do last. So we'll blend and put some spinach in, and you just keep adding. You puree and then you add. And as everything else, it's to your own taste. You don't want oil, don't add it. You don't have to. What?
Avocados are in there.
Thank you. They're in the fridge. Sure. Thank you, Gage. Gage is my assistant and cameraman, if anybody's wondering. Gage is my really amazing super helper. And it's really important when you have somebody in the kitchen with you to enjoy their energy, because the energy that you create the food with goes into the food. So it's really important to have a really good time, which we do. We just have a nice, that's not going in yet. See, I caught myself. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to add some more greens, some more spinach. And the celery and spinach naturally make it salty, so you don't need to add a lot of salt. And you can add black olives, you could add some tomato, flavorings. There we go. In there. The good news about this is that you can have this for lunch. You could take some with you to work. It's really ideal for traveling in a big mason jar. You can take two mason jars of this to work and be perfectly happy. Or on a road trip. This is my favorite road trip food. So I'm just going to see how the flavoring's going. It's perfect. I'm going to add a little bit more salt. So I did half a teaspoon. I'm going to do another half a teaspoon. And I'm going to add the cayenne now because I didn't add it before. A little bit. Now you have to know cayenne will keep heating up as you go. So if you're saving this for the next day, maybe you want to add it the next day. I do like lemons, so I'm going to use 2 lemons for this large container of soup. Some people like to add apple. I don't find that it needs it, but it can balance out the flavor to add a little bit of sweet. And I do like a lot of cilantro. So that's going in. I think we're going to be full. We're going to be at capacity. So, lid. I want to share with you one more thing before we end the video about what I'm drinking while I'm doing this, because I'll show you in a second. Okay, it's time for the avocado. You can put 2 in. I'm going to put 1. I think 1 is going to make it creamy enough. But if you want it a little fattier, go ahead. Let's see. Creamier, I shouldn't say fattier. It does make it really nice and creamy. Here we go. Really exciting. We're going to put it in the bowl. Make this a little bit neater. I like to have neat surfaces when I'm working. And certainly at least plating the food. Okay. Okay. So I just go like this. Now when I did a mostly liquids diet, I had this a lot. This was a great, and then if I was really craving chewing something, the mung beans went on top and it was a party. You can add spirulina to this to give it more protein and make it really, really, really green, which will cover your protein for sure, but this is plenty. So I'm gonna take some of the nutritional yeast, which has a lot of vitamin B12, so 2 tablespoons of this a day will give you all you need. So a little bit here. There. And some pretty mung beans, which I'm going to teach you how to grow. You get a shot of that, Gage? Mm-hmm. Okay. Isn't that pretty?
It's gorgeous.
Yes. You can even cut up avocado on top. So I'm going to show you how it tastes. I'm going to show you how it tastes. I'm going to taste it in front of you. Okay. It's delicious. So make this. I think you'll be really happy. And this will tide you over. I did promise to show you my bonus drink. And people ask me if I still do chia seeds, so I have to share this. This is 1 glass of water, 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, 1 ounce of liquid aloe vera gel, 1 tablespoon of chlorophyll, liquid chlorophyll, and 1 little quarter dropper of chocolate stevia. And this is how I get hydration and energy throughout the day when I'm in a hurry and I want to be light. So that's it, everybody, and I will see you soon. I hope you enjoyed, and get your greens on.